Shalom to all my brothers that's far and near, that's scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. I wanted to give all praises and honor and glory to my Heavenly Father Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Ben Yahweh, the King of all kings, the Lord of all Lord, the 360 degrees, the ones that I take the yoke upon. So I want to give blessings and honor to Him. Today, my lesson is going to be about um, perspicacious. Okay, that's kind of like a big word. Okay, so I'm gonna say that again. Perspicacious. Perspicacious means having a ready insight into an understanding of things. It's just equivalent or identical is wisdom. Okay, so I'm getting to the topic of wisdom, perspicacious. Okay, so another word for perspicacious would be uh, percipient. Okay, percipient, having a good understanding of things, perceptive. Okay, so basically common sense, going back to smarts and brilliance, intelligence, intellectual. Okay, so I'm gonna go deep a little bit with that. Okay, with perspicacious today. Okay, so the best thing that you can have in life is wisdom. Okay, so you know how to navigate. Now, how do you give? First of all, I'm gonna start off. Who give all wisdom? Okay, so I'm gonna go to the Apocrypha and go to Ecclesiastic. Ecclesiasticus chapter 1. Okay, and it reads, verse 1: All wisdom coming from Yahweh, and is which Him forever. So all wisdom come from Yahweh and is with Him forever. So all wisdom come from Him. So if you want wisdom, you will have to go to Him for the wisdom to become smarter, to navigate, so you can understand spiritual things. Okay. Now let's go to James chapter. If you looking to gain knowledge, this is the key to how to gain knowledge from Him. Okay. So it'll read James chapter 1 verse 5. If any man, oh, I'm sorry. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask Yahweh. I'm going to read that again. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yahweh, who give it to all men, liberally and upbraided not, and it shall be given him. So that's the key right there. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask Yahweh. So you will have to pray and seek Him, and He know when you're being real or not. So you have to pray for this. You have to pray for wisdom, and understanding. That's what this verse just said. Okay, so I'm gonna go to let's go to same chapter. I'm sorry, same book, but chapter 3 in James, verse 17, and it reads, "But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality, and without hypocrisy." So the wisdom that is from above is pure. It's first pure. Okay, and it's peaceable and it's gentle. Okay, so that's wisdom, and that's how you basically adhere and cling on to wisdom. Okay, so I'm gonna go a little more deeper, some more scriptures. Okay, so let's go to Proverbs chapter 9 verse 10, because this is the key to wisdom as well. Proverbs chapter 9 verse 10, and it reads, "The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding." So that's the beginning of wisdom. You have to fear Him. Okay, so if you're thinking that you could just rob people, you can steal people, women, or stealing people money, and getting over on people. That's not fearing him. Okay. So I'm gonna read that again. The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. So the knowledge of the holy is understanding. So you will have to fear him. That's the key to wisdom. Fearing him. So if you think you're gonna fear him, you fearing the the opposition of Yahweh, which is Lucifer. So you don't want to go on that path. You want to go on the path of fearing the Most High, because He's in control of all things. I just read all wisdom comes from Him. All right. So let's go to Proverbs 16:21. And it reads, "The wise in heart shall be called prudent, and the sweetness of the lips increase learning." So the wise in heart shall be called prudent, and the sweetness of the lips increases learning. So you increase your learning. The wise in heart shall be called prudent. Prudent is just another word for wise. Perspicacious, perceptive. Perceptive is having or showing a sensitive insight. Okay, so that's why Yahweh say, "Take my yoke and learn of me," because you will want to learn of Him, because you could become wise. Okay, it's a very important thing to be wise, very important. All right, so let's go to, and no matter who hates you or not, it don't matter. Be wise as you could be, and follow the Most High commandments. That's how you become wise. Fear Him, keep His commandments, learn His commandments, read His commandments, read the book. Try your hardest to gather around brothers who likewise, who trying their best to understand things, and trying to learn the commandments the best of their ability. Okay, it is wise to call on a righteous name of Him, Yahweh. Okay, and His Son Yahweh ben Yahweh. They have the same name. Okay, so let's go to Proverbs 29:3, and it reads, Whoso loveth wisdom rejoiceth his father, but he that keepeth company with harlots spendeth his substance. So whosoever loveth wisdom rejoiceth the Most High. You want to rejoice Him. If you seeking for wisdom, that's how you rejoice Him. You becoming smarter. That's how you rejoice Him. But he that keepeth company with harlots, which is prostitutes, spendeth his substance. So if you tricking off at the strip club, that's being stupid. That's being stupid. You keeping company with harlots, and you spending your substance. People go broke in the strip club, and then they're looking crazy trying to go to the casino to bet to come up on some money that they done lost tricking off. Okay, so that's not wise. All right. So let's go to Proverbs 8:11. I'm gonna backtrack to 8:11. And it reads, "For wisdom is better than rubies. All the things that may be desired are not compared to it." So wisdom is better than rubies. And all the things that may be desired are not compared to it. So I, wisdom, dwell with prudence and find out knowledge of witty inventions. Okay? This is another way of wisdom too. The fear of Yahweh is to hate evil. So if you hate evil, that makes you wise. If you want to turn away from what people are trying to get you in, because ain't nobody gonna come see you really when you're in jail. Ain't nobody gonna put money in your books like that. There's a handful that would do that. Okay, so the fear of Yahweh is to hate evil. Pride and arrogancy and the evil way and the forward mouth do I hate. Okay, so you have blind leading the blind, and that's not wise at all. You following people to get a reputation, and it's just not a wise thing to do so. Okay, so I'm gonna go to, okay, because it clouds your mind. It's not illumination. It's not going back to the light. Okay, it's leaving you to the dark. You know, and the hole inside of a prison cell is the dark. Okay, so let's go to Matthew chapter 7, verse 34. And it reads, "And looking up to heaven, he sighed and said unto him, oh, I'm sorry. Chapter. Matthew 7, chapter 34, verse 34. I'm sorry about that. Matthew 7, chapter 7, verse 24. And it reads, "Therefore, whatsoever heareth the sayings of mine," I'm going to read that slow. "Therefore, whosoever heareth the sayings of these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man, which built his house upon a rock." So, who that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken unto him a wise man. So that's what YAHWEH said. That makes you smart. Okay? It makes you smart. It makes you brilliant. It make you quick. It make you maleficent, energetic, lively. It make you zealous. You know, it makes you wide awake, bright. It makes you sharp as attack, quick-witted. Okay? It makes you sage. It make you wise, sapient, intellectual, like I said, knowledgeable, instructable, well read, well reverse, well knowing. Okay, you be knowing things. Top notch. It make you top notch. Okay, it make you funny. You can make up jokes without even, without it being evil statistic with the jokes. Okay, you can be spiffy. Okay, classy. Okay, it makes you sharp. Like I said, even with wisdom comes lament. Lament is like sort of sorrow and grief. Okay, so when you're dealing with wisdom, you could become lament too, because all the things you did in your previous life or whatever, and you know how to examine yourself. Okay, so never let yourself tear you down from becoming wise. You can stop everything you do, come back to the Most High. There's nothing, or should I say, seek Him, have a relationship with Him, come to Him. Okay, and seek His wisdom, ask Him for wisdom. Okay, and that's what you have to do. You have to go to Him. Okay, as I just read the previous verses a while ago. Okay, so blow, aggravation. Okay, prudent. It makes you prudent, makes you competent, it makes you able. You don't want to be unable. That makes you, if you unable, that means you're incompetent. If you able, that means you competent. You want to be competent, not incompetent. Okay, so now let's go to let's go to Proverbs again. Go back to Proverbs, because Proverbs deals with morals, morality. Okay, and to have top-notch morality, you need that wisdom. Okay, you need to be perspicacious. Okay, so let's go to Proverbs 29 and 3. And it reads, whoso loveth wisdom rejoiceth his father, but he that keepeth company will hardly spend his substance. So I had to read that again. Whoso loveth wisdom rejoiceth his father. I just had to read that. You know, you can't get around that right there. So I'm gonna read Ephesians 5:17. All right. And I think this is a great edifying lesson. And to who shall hear, um, let it penetrate your soul, and let you um, let you become wise by listening. Okay, that's another thing with wisdom. Be a good listener. Okay, because a good listener is considered the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Okay, so let's go to Ephesians 5:17. Wherefore be ye not unwise. I'm gonna read that again. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of Yahweh is. So don't be unwise. Don't be following the crowd. Don't be putting the Most High last. Don't be trying to not read, once a week or something like that. Don't be unwise. Try to come back to this word much as you can. Learn much as you can. Because if it takes learning to be wise. Okay? These are things that in school they won't teach us this. Or in colleges they won't teach us this. And we think just because we go to these schools and these places that they giving us the ultimate wisdom. That's not the wisdom of the Heavenly Father. That's the wisdom of this world. Okay? There's two different wisdoms. There's wisdom off the tree of life, and there's wisdom off the tree of good and evil. Okay? So you want the wisdom off the tree of life. You want to be transcendent, basilic, high-minded. Okay? You want to be rapturous, exalted, okay, upright, just, okay, unworldly. Unworldly is wisdom, okay, upstanding, honest. Honest is wisdom, okay, ethical. You want to be ethical. You want to be impeccable, irreproachable, okay, legitimate. That's wisdom, being legitimate. All right. So let's go to Ephesians. I think I just read that. Yeah, be free not for unwise. All right. So now let me show you one of the wisest men that walked the earth. They don't teach us this in school. Okay. They wouldn't tell us this. They try to give us a Black History, so-called Black History Month, and act like that's our history. Our history's here the whole time. We are the people of the book. That's wise. Not no months. Every day. Every day is us. Every day is about us. Okay? So that's unwise to believe that once a month of a year, is about us all of a sudden. Okay, that's of this world. So 1 Kings 4:29, and it reads, and Elohim gave Solomon wisdom and understanding. So who gave it to him? I'm going to read that again. And Elohim gave Solomon wisdom and understanding, exceeding much and largeness of heart, even as the sand that is on the seashore. 30. And Solomon wisdom excelled the wisdom of all the children of the east country and all the wisdom of Egypt, for he was wiser than all men. His fame was in all nations round about. 32. And he spake 3,000 proverbs, and his songs was 1,005. And one more that again. And he spake 3,000 proverbs, and his songs was 1,005. And he spake of the trees. Now he did not. This Solomon was a person that can speak to the trees, to the animals, to the fowls of the air. Let's get that. And he spake of trees from cedar tree that's in Lebanon, even unto the hyssop that's springing out of the wall. He spake also of beasts and of fowl and of creeping things and of fishers. Wow. And there came of all people to hear the wisdom of Solomon, from all kings of the earth, which had heard of his wisdom. But the wisdom he was gave to him in verse 29 was from Elohim. Elohim gave Solomon wisdom, just like Yahweh gave Bezalel wisdom to build the ark, the ark of the covenant, the mercy seat, the tabernacle, all these things under Moses' guidance. Okay, let's get that. Exodus 31, verse 1. And it reads, And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, See, I have called by name Bezalel, the son of Uri, the son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah, and 3. And I have filled him, so this is Exodus 31 and verse 3, and I have filled him with the spirit of Elohim, in wisdom, and in understanding, and in knowledge, and in all manner of workmanship. 4. To devise skillful works, the work of gold, and in silver, and in brass. So back to verse 3, he said, and I have filled him with the spirit of Elohim, in wisdom. So the Most High filled Bezalel with the wisdom. You can't get around where the wisdom come from. I wasn't this wise. I mean, I'm not exalting myself, but I didn't know none of this. I didn't know none of this years ago that I know. So only Yahweh can do this. Only Yahweh, and Yahweh ben Yahweh can excel my brain like this. Only he can excel my brain like this. To inculcate me, so I can inculcate you. I can inculcate you. So now I'm gonna give you scriptures of unwise, the opposite of wise. All right, so let's go there. Romans chapter 8. And it reads, Romans chapter 8, verse 6. And it reads, For to be carnally minded is death. So that tell you right there, being unwise is death. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. 7. Because the carnal mind is an enmity against Yahweh, for it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can it be. So anybody who unwise or who not adhering, clinging to, coming attached to Yahweh is carnally minded. Okay? So I'm going to read that again. Because the carnal mind is at enmity against Yahweh, for it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can it be. Okay, so that's the opposite of wise. So let's go. I'm going to go to Proverbs 24 Proverbs chapter 16. Real quick. 16 verse 22. And it reads, All right. The heart, well, hold on. Understanding, hold on. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 22. Understanding is a wellspring of life unto him that had it. But the instruction of fools, but the instruction of fools is folly. Hmm. Understanding is a wellspring of life unto him that had it. But the instruction of fools is folly. And we know we've been instructed by fools a lot in our life, especially as so called African Americans, which we are the tribe of Judah. We've been instructed by fools, with all type of things. That's why so much of um, foolishness going on in the world right now, being instructed by fools. Okay. Let's go to Proverbs 24, verse 7. This is the opposite of wise. And it reads, wisdom is too high for a fool. He opened not his mouth in the gates. So wisdom is too high for a fool. Wisdom is definitely too high for a fool. So a wise man is strong. Yeah, a man of knowledge increases strength. Through wisdom is a house builded, and by understanding it is established. So through wisdom is a house builded. All right. So let's go to Proverbs 28, verse 5. And it read, it say, evil men understanding not judgment, but they that seek Yahweh understandeth all things. So if a person understanding all things, and you tell a person, you rebuking a person, you tell them about themselves, hey man, you smoking, man, or you eating pork, man, you putting other guys before you. They thinking that you trying to bash them and this, and they getting attitude and things like that. When the Bible say, oh, it say, rebuke openly. I'm just speaking articles. Rebuke openly, and it's not secret love. So you got to rebuke openly, and not have secret love to these people. They want secret love, but you got to rebuke them openly. Tell them about themselves. How do you think they're gonna change? You got to use wisdom to get them back on the right path. But they want to get your attitudes, and you don't know me. You don't know me. That's what they'll say. But the Bible say right here, it say 28 verse 5. It say evil men understanding not judgment. But they that seek Yahweh understand all things. How do you understand all things? Because the Most High going to show you this spiritually what's going on in this world. Ain't no gray area. It's going to be right and wrong. Competent or incompetent. Celestial or terrestrial. Able or unable. All right. So let's go to Romans 3:15. Romans chapter 3. And it reads, their feet are swift to shed blood. So these are people opposite of wisdom. And you can watch this in Hollywood movies. You can watch this on Netflix. You can turn, as soon as you turn on the TV, you can turn all these guns, all these people shooting people up all on the movies, but they want to lock somebody up when they go out and emulate what they see on TV. So it's all set up for deception to teach a little kid this so they can go out and do this so they can capitalize off the wrongness. That's they capitalize the people who controlling the earth or descendants of Satan themselves. Okay, so it says right here. It says, their feet are swift to shed blood. 16. Destruction and misery are in their ways, and the way of peace have they not known. 18. Because I read to you in Proverbs 9 and 10, it said the fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom. So in 18 right here, it say there is no fear of Elohim before their eyes. So it's how to fear him. And if you don't fear him and there's no fear in your eye, they say there is no fear of Elohim before their eyes. Destruction and misery are in their way. Why do you say destruction and misery are in their ways? And the way of peace have they not known. They don't know peace. They don't know peace. All these Hollywood stars, emulating how to kill. But when it happened in real life, they want to play games on the good and evil tree called the news and play games like they ain't promoted the whole year long. Just jot down on your notebook what movies come out throughout the whole entire year, and see how many righteous movies come out, and see how many you have to discern and know the wisdom to know what is even right anyway. But you need to take notice on what movies they promoting. I'm gonna do one more precept and I'm gonna be done. Okay. All right, and it reads James chapter 3 verse 14, and it reads, "But if ye have bitter envy and strife in your hearts, glory not and lie not against the truth." 15. Though this wisdom descended not from above. So this is the wisdom that don't send from above. I'm gonna read that again. "But if ye have bitter envying and strife in your heart, glory not and lie not against the truth. The wisdom descended not from above." This wisdom descended not from above, but it's earthly, sensual, and of the adversary. For where envying and strife is, there is confusion in every evil work. Well, I'm going to tell you like this. When the wind blow and you hear it, and you can't tell what the sound thereof, where it's coming or going, so is everybody who's born with the Spirit of God. Shalom.